Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of F.A.R.T, for all the random thoughts. I'm your host, Brittany Rose, and today we're just gonna talk about some random thoughts. This is my dog Lucy. Thank you for everyone who's been watching and following F.A.R.T the podcast online. Yeah, so anyways, Lucy is joining us today. And I also wanted to try out something before we get started today. I got a F.A.R.T piano. It was actually, my aunt found it as she was cleaning. Lucy doesn't like this. Am I triggering you? I'm sorry. I don't mean to trigger you. Okay, Kirby's gonna go there. That was it. For now. Maybe that'll be the theme song. Anyways, that was our F.A.R.T piano section. Anyways. How many times can I say anyways? Alright guys, so this week I do not have a special guest, and that's okay. You know, sometimes I'm gonna have episodes where it's just me talking, and I think it'll be interesting, or at least it'll definitely be entertaining in the least. Beware is my microphone again. And yeah. So, what happened this week? April Fool's was this week. A few days ago. Happy April. First of the month. I did post a little April Fool's. I got you. I was like, let me make everybody think that I'm making it more like mature fart, but it, you know, that's just a construct, right? Forum for analysis and rational theory, and no nonsense, no jokes. The podcast is changing to that. But I was just kidding because it was April Fool's. So first random thought of the day. I'm sure you guys have already seen movies like Valentine's Day or New Year's Eve. Remember that like type of movie that came out maybe 10 to 15 years ago, where it was like all these famous actors would pile in, and there was like 15 different plots and they all connected together somehow. Like a few weeks ago I actually watched Valentine's Day for the first time in a long time, and I forgot that Taylor Swift was in it with Taylor Lautner, which is like kind of iconic now looking back on it. But so I had an idea for a script. What if that type of movie, a parody of it, kind of, but for April Fool's Day. And it satirically follows, like, it's serious, but it's also not, like, you know it's not serious, but it poses itself as serious. And it follows all these plots, but it's all these, like, kind of grand, like, out-of-the-box things that happen, but then everybody ends up knowing each other and being connected. And, yeah. So let's say, for instance, the story starts out with, it's the morning, we graze over this town. Maybe it's just like a random suburb, maybe it's a city. Who knows? Valentine's Day took place in Los Angeles, New Year's Eve took place in New York City, April Fool's could take place in, like, maybe a rural town in Iowa or Utah or Ohio. And maybe like one thing could be like a mom waking up and like somebody taking all like the face tape and stuff off, or somebody is like their whole thing that they're upset about for the day is like that they can't make a grilled cheese right or something. And at the end, it all ends up being, like, everybody gets their happy ending or bad ending, whatever happens, because it's, like, a bunch of characters, and, yeah. already could already see it on the screen. Could already smell it. Smell the success. Speaking of many actors in one thing together, let's talk about something. This kind of touches on Chronically Online this week, so maybe let's start it up. Chronically Online this week. Woo! So, I just got caught up on White Lotus, and what I mean by that is White Lotus Season 3. I actually haven't watched Season 1 or Season 2. I started watching Season 3, and I have an idea of what happened in the first 2 seasons, but I'm kind of watching this as like a fresh learner, fresh-faced White Lotus person. And, wow. Like, this show is crazy, but comedy, but, it's like, oddly refreshing. I enjoy it. It's so messed up. It's so bad. But anyways, Walton Goggins is in it. And Amy Lee Wood. I love her from Sex Education, who I was told today that I look like her, except, like, that she had, like, her jaw, whatever. And, except I don't have the teeth. So, I'm going, I'm going to give a little impression of me as Amy Lee Wood. Rick, what are you doing? I love you, Rick. You're my soulmate. Come on. And he's like, F off. I hate you. But he really, like, loves her deep down. And, like, I know that he loves her deep down. And I, like, want them to be together, even though it's, like, toxic. Or maybe it's not toxic. But she's like, I just see this sadness in him. And I just love him. And, Stan. I ship them. That's what I mean. I ship them. And, yeah, they're both amazing in it. And I really like her character, Chelsea. But Walton Goggins is doing great, too. I'm so glad that he's getting more praise, basically. Because I watched him in Fallout last year, and I was instantly, like, on the Goggins train. Like, I saw some meme on his Instagram where someone made a picture and they're like, I got that Gog in me instead of that dog in me. And he was like, So yes, Walton Goggins. Walton Goggins. This episode might as well be named Walton Goggins Core. So speaking of Chronically Online, it's not from this week, but I saw a post maybe a few weeks ago. Someone was like, I respect Walton Goggins so much because dude has so much charisma, but he has a huge dome, but he has a bunch of hair that he could comb over if he wanted to make his forehead appear smaller. But no. He pushes it back. He lets it shine. He lets it rock, and that's special. That's something. You go, Walton Goggins. But I know you already do. So yes, I love you, Walton Goggins. Not in, like, the weird fan way. Like, just really appreciate your presence. And, I would really like a pair of Walton Goggins goggle glasses. He has this brand called Walton Goggles goggle glasses. And I've desperately wanted a pair. He started advertising them right before Christmas. And, yeah, I really want a pair, especially when I make penne alla vodka and I chop up onions and my eyes start to tear because I am a fragile, sensitive Victorian child eyes. Those are the eyes I have. I've, like, done the thing where you put the sweatshirt on before and you get, like, the little pot lid to cover. It works until, like, your whole face steams up. Thank you. Another thing on the note, if we're on the Walton Goggins train, I saw this week that you guys all know the Calm app, like Calm. People were making fun of it because it looked like clam. If you read it at first glance, like Clam app. So a lot of celebrities tend to do voice stories on there. I have Calm. I use it every night I've never paid for the subscription, but I use the soundscapes on it to go to sleep. And you just put a timer, like 60-minute timer, and you can switch between all the sounds, and I love it. It's great, but I never use the meditations on it because I don't have the money for that yet. But so yes, there's all these stories. You'll see, like, Jonathan Bailey came out with a story on there, and people were, like, obsessed, and I think Harry Styles has read a nighttime story. They have these, like, nighttime meditation things. So Walton Goggins just came out with one, and something about his voice is just so soothing. It's very like, hello there, I'm not intimidating, I'm just here, and I'm calm, and I'm a good presence, and I'm not a scary man. You know, it's just like something like that. So I was thinking about it, and since it is late, and I was thinking maybe I could just try my own calm nighttime story, and maybe Calm will pick it up and want to hire me, because maybe Calm will want to buy my story. So I'm going to start. It's a late night. Hi, welcome to your nighttime meditation. Good night, and have a wonderful slumber. Here's your story called Wavy Shores Aglow. Wavy Shores Aglow. The dimming sun peeks through your window as you look out and see the beautiful sunset going down on the horizon. Wow, what beauty does life have, you think? You tussle from your white linens and your very nice pajamas, and you get out of bed, and your doorway opens right on the sand, and you're like, oh my god, I'm so lucky that I could just step onto sand. And in this, you like sand. You like the feeling of sand. You don't think about how it's gonna be stuck in your toes for days, or how it's going to linger all over your clothes and sheets for the next few weeks. You just enjoy it and take it as it is, because it's sand, and sand can't hurt you. And then you go to take a few steps further, and you're seeing the beautiful sunset. You see nice hues of orange and yellow and pink and purple, maybe, but maybe that's just from the hallucinatory drugs you took last night when you were in the clubs. But maybe it wasn't. Maybe you're seeing a beautiful sunset, and you're like, wow, I can't believe this is real life. I thought I could only see this on my VR homepage. And you're like, no, wow, life is so good. And then you decide to go towards the water, because it's like nice and watery, and the waves go. You breathe in, you breathe out, and you feel a sense of calm as the waves keep crashing. And then you don't think about sharks, or you don't think about anything bad about the water. You're just like, oh, do I have to pee now? No, just let that feeling go. You are one with the nature. You're one with the water. You sit down on the sand, and you look out into the waves, and then you're like, this is so nice. Now I'm gonna go back to sleep. So you walk back, and then you try to clean the sand off you as best as you can. You go back into your linens. It's very nice and comforting. And then you turn on the Calm app and put on your sounds, and like the ocean in front of you, but you need to imitate it with the app. And then you close your eyes peacefully, one at a time, just like we all do. And then you doze off to dreamland. Caw, caw. Caw, caw. I hope you enjoyed your nighttime meditation story about the glowing waves of the shore beach. Alright, so that was it. Let me know how you think it was. Calm app. Let me know. Let's see how much time we have here. Oh, a minute. Great. Maybe we have a little more than that. So that was my version of the Calm app. Wow, I feel really calm now. I don't know about you, but I feel pretty calm. And I don't think I have any more notes on Walton Goggins for the rest of this episode, but I just wanted to say thank you, Walton Goggins. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of your work. And I would love to partner with Walton Goggins goggle glasses always and forever because they look cool as heck, and I have sun sensitivity, and the sun gives me headaches when I'm in the car for too long, and it would be cool. It would be cool. Anyways. Alright. This episode is dedicated to Walton Goggins. Okay. If you enjoyed the episode, please give a subscribe to F.A.R.T, the podcast on YouTube. Give it a like. Comment your favorite part of the video, or your random thoughts, or your whatever you liked about it. I don't know. Please consider subscribing to F.A.R.T. I try to post every week. Post every other week. And thank you guys for watching the first few episodes. If you didn't see last week's episode with Nick, go watch that. If you want to follow me on socials, it's at Brittany Rose on Instagram, and at F.A.R.T the podcast as well. Other than that, gotta close out with a fart. I hope you could hear me on that one, because yeah, I don't know where to, I'm kind of stuck on where to put things today. First fart of the day. First random thought. Oh right, we have Kirby as well. Put right over here near Lucy. There, I guess. I don't know. Is there good? I guess. Anyways. So. Oh, shite. Anyways. Okay. Let's get this bread. Okay? Okay. First. Oh, yeah. You know what? Let me put on a timer. 15 minutes. I'll do that. Alright. Yes. I don't know why I'm really nervous. So, I'm sure you guys have always have oh my god, hold on, I need to turn off my notifications. Yeah, I'm just gonna double check that I'm recording. Yay, I'm recording. Am I recording? Yeah, I'm recording. Good news, I am recording, alright? That's the good news. There's no bad news. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyways. So, getting more accolade. Getting more. Not that he needs more. Is that accolades when you. Oh shit. Okay. Like that. Then you can go on here. And then Beware can go over here. How about that? Is that good? Come here. Here. You sit down. You sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Come here. Sit down, Lou. Come on. Come on. Come on, please. It makes me feel less alone when you do it with me. Please. Lulu. Lucy. Okay, look, ready? Come here. Come here. I feel like I'm like whisper talking, but this is a late night episode. I'm filming this late on a Friday night because I can. Yes. Excuse me.